Today's job was to build a synthesis phylogeny of the Blattodea, the roaches and termites. And this is kind of now done. Briefly go through what we've done. Built a taxonomic table, integrated just 3 source trees in this case, done some grafting onto the omics derived backbone specific for the Blattodea, crafted 9 subtrees on there, integrated with the available Co1 data, and set some soft constraints. So in this case I've set soft relational constraints and soft taxonomic constraints from the same 3 source trees. Concatenated all them into a matrix. So the super matrix has several partitions: the Co1, the taxonomic constraints and the relational constraints as part of the matrix. XML tree search, calculated node support, added taxonomic information. So almost done. Now, firstly I need to check the quality of this. So here's one phylogeny I tried checking against. This is one of the best available for this order. I think this is a 1-kite tree, so always highly supported. But the distribution, the taxa in my synthesis tree don't really clearly overlap well with what they have used, so it's kind of difficult to really get a bearing on whether these even match up much, because this synthesis is used of quite a variety of different data types, so it's difficult to, without some specific taxonomic knowledge, I can't really see it. Can't really compare much, but there's a second tree. So here's another tree, a multi-gene tree, and it's kind of the same issue. So the terminal set of mine is derived from Co1, although a lot of the topology from various sources. This is a terminal set derived from a multi-gene analysis, and it's still rather difficult to match these up. So for instance, I guess these are termites, and these correspond to Isoptera here. So you can see there's a lot of these. Rhinotomitidae, I think, are the same thing. Sister to Cryptoceridae here. So that's the same, although I've got this tree has a lot more here. Sister to Anaplectidae, which are here, and Blattodea. So in some cases it looks about the same. Then Blattodea, Ectobidae being paraphyletic with respect to Blattodea, and trying to find these on here. So Ectobidae, as they are paraphyletic, these authors probably haven't labelled these. Instead they're using the Blattodea, for example, the subfamily names here. And what else we've got? Blattodea, Ectobidae here, and Blattodea So I think they found the same thing as Blattodea paraphyletic with respect to Blattodea. So it seems to be reasonable, but as the whole method has fixed this backbone topology, it should be reasonable as far as I can see, and it looks okay. So the main other thing is to check the support. Now, as always, this indicates where there's a the placement is not particularly supported by the data use, but in this case, there's various different forms of data use, but we can still use the same thing to check where we might need more data. And based on this, I'd go with the same thing in terms. Well, I'd also focus on the activity is some lower reduced support, so I might go find another additional backbone tree, additional source tree for activity. That looks fine. High values here, so maybe part of Blattodea. Cryptoceridae might use some. This is not too bad. Oh, that's very high. It's fine. Perhaps I'll look for this. Okay, so I've identified perhaps 3 groups for which I might find an additional source tree and then integrate these as further soft constraints into the matrix and rerun this. But generally, this is quite a modestly sized phylogeny. In fact, as I'm mostly working with as I've previously been doing the megadiverse, this is quite a lot smaller than what I've been doing previously for about 400 terminals, which is considerably easier as a challenge compared to the other ones. So maybe just another 3 source trees, and that will suffice for this. But otherwise, I have a reasonable phylogeny. A couple of other things need doing. I'll need to sort out the branch lengths, make it ultrametric, and then that can be put on the website. So when this is done, maybe I'll take another couple of days, and then it can go on to insert phylogeny Blattodea available here. Okay, job done. Till next time.